Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is Rando Geek. All right, so I want to talk about this topic here because there's a lot of discussion about this. There's a lot of customers that feel like their price is not going up because T-Mobile has not reached out to them. Now, there's a couple of reasons why T-Mobile may not have reached out to you. One of them is there's a belief that T-Mobile is trying to lessen the impact of the price hike increase and try not to upset as many customers all at once. As we know, we've talked about how there was problems with chat communications. Customers were not able to reach T-Mobile's chat for quite some time because it looks like there was an overload. T-Mobile, of course, denies that happening. They said it was some other kind of technical glitch, nothing related to customer service not being prepared or available to assist customers regarding, the price hike questions or whatever. Now, of course, we don't believe that, or I don't believe that. I think that definitely had something to do with it. I think they couldn't handle it all at once, and that's fine. I mean, I don't think you can be prepared enough for so many irate customers coming at you, right? No matter how many people you have available, it's not going to be enough because you're unable to predict the amount of a storm. It's coming. You just don't know what every customer's attitude is going to be. So with that being said, that's one of the reasons. I think some of the reasons customers are not being notified is they may have old or outdated communication info, right? An old email, an old phone number. They may have turned off communications. They may have blocked T-Mobile. It could be going into their spam box and they're not even aware of it, junk box. Who knows, right? So there's a lot of different things that could be intervening with why you never got a notification. But what we're talking about here is that it looks like more than likely, if you're on one of those plans, you're going to see a price hike. And that's basically what this conversation here is about. Because if we're looking at posts from Redditors and other customers, they're basically saying that, they're getting notified. They thought they were in the clear. They're getting notified. They're seeing price hikes of $5 per line, $3 per line, depending on the type of plan. Like I think the Go 5G plans, I think are somewhere in the ballpark of $5. Some of the Magenta plans are $3 to $5. If it's like the Magenta Max, you might be getting the $5. If it's regular Magenta, it might be $3. And the price may not be the same for everybody because it may be dependent on how many lines you have. T-Mobile may be working with certain customers to try to make it a little less impactful, like hurt them a little bit less, especially if they're in some kind of financial strain. But more than likely, T-Mobile is going to try to raise prices for the majority of customers. Now, I say majority because it will not be everybody. There are some customers that T-Mobile will more than likely try to assist in helping them, especially if they've been a long-time customer, they pay, and maybe they're going through some kind of situation right now, and they get the right rep who's willing to kind of help them, maybe push back the price hike for some time. Not really sure. Another question that I had for some of you that were notified and did reach out to customer service with T-Mobile, like if you expressed your concern about how you didn't want to pay the difference, were they, did they make any effort to try to help you? Did they try to add some additional perks to your plan to soften the blow of the price hike? These are all questions that I have. See, I'm no longer on T-Mobile postpaid. I don't have that issue. I didn't get any notification because I no longer have their postpaid plan for them to notify me about. Otherwise, I would have my own specific testimony that I would be able to relay back to you. So I'm just getting feedback from other users, any friends or other, online users. And I'm just basically reading all these reports and just trying to get all that information from everybody else to kind of see what's really going on and then circle it back to you guys, the best way I can without, not attesting that I know exactly what's going on because I can't tell you that. I don't work for T-Mobile. I don't know exactly what goes on behind closed doors. But what I can tell you is that I do think there's a lot of customers that have not been notified but are going to get notified soon if they haven't already. And if they're not notified, they may just see the charge. Because like I said, there could be some kind of communication glitch. Now, it could be on T-Mobile's end. T-Mobile is not the best with communications. There's been many a times when communications have been delayed, whether it's been on purpose, whether it's been by accident, and then customers find out often through other news sources, such as, videos like this. Because we don't hear about too much of this on the media, the big media channels. They don't talk too much about it. There's a few that'll cover it and they'll cover it very briefly. They won't give you enough. They won't give you the reality of the truth. They won't give you that real world experience that you'll get from like honest users who have been with T-Mobile for a long time, and et cetera, and et cetera. So as we can see here, this person, Rift Wave 77, believes this is not a mistake. I just got the text. This was likely intentionally written and planned this way to lessen the impact of an across-the-board rate increase for essentially everyone who isn't on a Go 5G plan. So there we go. All right. Here we go. So it's not actually the Go 5G plans. I think I said earlier, Go 5G, you might see a $5 increase. It's not. It's the One plans. It's the Magenta plans. I believe it's the Essential plans. So disregard, I said Go 5G. I was looking at this and that's what threw me off. But no, the Go 5G plans are not, as far as I know, set up for any rate increase right now. More than likely, T-Mobile would just go ahead and adjust those plans if they want to make more money. All right, so that's what we know about that. And then another, the person says basically you're going to get the increase whether you like it or not. So basically, this is what's going on here. People are getting notified. They thought they weren't going to get notified. Some customers believe that they did it on purpose. Some feel like it could have just been a mistake. And then again, it could have been some kind of miscommunication with their contact details. Maybe it got thrown into their spam box, whatever it is. But more than likely, you're getting that notification. If you guys did get the notification and you were upset, you contacted customer support, what did that conversation go like? What was the attitude with T-Mobile? Were they willing to kind of work with you if you've told them that, you can't afford it right now? What was their suggestions to you? Did they try to get you on a cheaper plan? Did they try to push back the rate hike for you? Did they at least try to offer some new perks or benefits to make it worth your while? I'm just curious about that. I asked this question before in the other video when I tried to cover this topic because I'm curious to see what the reaction is for T-Mobile, because I know that they're really trying to push the new agenda of being a different company, charging more for their plans. And it's not just T-Mobile. It's never personal here. Let me just let you know. If I say something about a carrier, I say it about all of them. So it's not like I pigeonhole T-Mobile or I pigeonhole AT&T or Verizon. And I'm not going to repeat this every time I do a video, but I'm just, for the ones that watch regularly, you guys will know that's not what I do. I don't pick on any carrier, but if you do something wrong or if I don't agree with what you're doing, I'm going to call it out, because that's the whole point of the conversation, to hash it out, to talk about what you could be doing better, what you're not doing better, and etc. So very curious to see how they're handling it. As always, I want to thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.